All right, guys, so here we go. Big three. We are going to do the self-test, and the key thing I want you to remember is don't hurt yourself. All right? We want quality over quantity on all of this stuff. So whether that's testing or whether that's during the actual workout, if you need to cut it short, cut it short. You do not need to get hurt working out or testing. No Olympic medals being handed out today. Key thing to remember again, quality over quantity. So let's jump into it. Right into the first one, the push-up test. All right, guys, when it comes to the push-up test, the key thing I want you to remember when it comes to good form is that your chin, chest, and hips are coming down and up together. All right, so you're going to get into that position, and the other side of that is shoulder health, okay? So if you're weaker or younger, you may be tempted to have your arms way out and your elbows up, and you might be able to get down and do something that kind of looks like the correct push-up. Don't do it. Long-term wise, it's not going to help your shoulders, okay? We want to have those elbows down. They don't need to be down to the side, but we want them at about a 45-degree angle. And we want our knuckles, so you've got your knuckle here and your knuckle here, that space kind of lining up with your nipple line, all right? It's that knuckle-nipple line. So your hands are going to be lined up with the nipples, elbows are going to be right about a 45-degree angle. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades in, extend the arms all the way out. Key thing here. So we want a nice objective standard. We're going to be using a yoga block here. You can use a foam roller, whatever works for you. Hands placed, abs tight, glutes tight, chin relaxed, lower down, up full extension, down, up full extension, okay? Now, if you can't go that low because your push-up looks like this or like this, or somewhere in between where you're not coming down and up with good control, then what I want you to do is decrease the range of motion. Good. I'd rather have you do a quality shortened range than a full ranged motion that's going to hurt you. So you might be here. Down, up, down, up. That's what you'll do your test on. Take that number, put it into the calculator, work through. The next 6 weeks, when you do your retest, then you might not be ready to go all the way down, but maybe you put a book, a couple pieces of wood, something that helps you increase a little bit more. Just like any other sport, right? You don't start off shooting on a 10-foot hoop. You start off on something a little smaller. You don't start off jacking up Steph Curry three-pointers. You start a little bit closer. If you need to start a little higher, start with good form, work your way down. All right, so that's the push-up test. You're going to set your timer for 2 minutes. You're going to do as many as you can. Some of you aren't going to make 2 minutes. When you're during that 2 minutes, that's fine. You're going to sit. You can rest. One arm. Okay, hands up, hips down. You can rest. But as soon as the knee touches, your time is over. Okay, so max push-ups, 2 minutes. The one-legged chair squat. Key thing to remember about this, guys, again, is quality over quantity. It's control. It's not a big, super strong effort like being a big deadlift or a squat or something. And it's not meant to be doing a full pistol butt to the ground, okay? This is, we're working to develop intermuscular control and strength. So if it gets to the point where you can do 15 or 20 of these with no problem, then we need to come up with a new challenge for you. But for most people starting off, going down to a chair might even be too low. If you need to, just like with the push-ups, add a little height because the chair is too low, that's fine. What we're going to do a little different though is come to the toes. So I'll give a close-up on that in just a minute. But here's that basic one-legged chair. We're at the edge of the chair, foot's firmly planted. We're going to hinge forward, come up to the toes, and sit back. Boom. Up to the toes, sit back. I'm on a matted surface. It's definitely wobbly. You can see that. You can see where I'm working on developing that control from my toe to the hips. And I'm looking for that triple extension. Hips coming all the way forward, knees locking, toes going up nice and strong. Boom, coming through. Boom, and up. Boom, and up. Nice triple extension, all right? Take a look again at what my ankle and my foot's doing, all right? So what you're going to do is both sides, and you're going to take the lowest number of the two. So you do as many as you can on the left. Let's say you get up to 10, good form before it really gets broken down and your knees wobbling and things aren't good. Maybe you get 13 or 14 with the right side. We all have dominant sides, okay? And that's fine, but you're going to put your lowest number in the calculator. All right, so start off, again, quality over quantity, and coming all the way up onto that toe, getting as stable as you can, sitting back down. All right, so here's the thing with the pull-ups, guys. I want to make sure you're driving with the elbows. You're not curling yourself up with the arms, okay? So you're going to take a nice overhand grip, thumbs around the bar, nice and tight. If you curl like this, you're going to feel your bicep. If you drive your elbow back, I want you to feel those muscles like you're trying to elbow somebody off of you, okay? You're going to feel those big muscles in your back firing, okay? So you're going to drive your elbows and bring your chest to the bar. We're looking to bring the chest to the bar. Now, it's going to look something like this. You're going to grab a hold, come down. Now, this is a great example. Look, I'm way too big for this door frame. What do? I've got to bend my legs, okay? So I come down, bend, drive the elbows, come up. Drive the elbows, come up. Okay? Now, Hank, I can't do a pull-up. What should I do? If you have an exercise band, you loop it around. Real simple to do. Open up your band, put it around, slide it through, then you put your knee in. Grab hold, abs tight, drive the elbows, chest up, shoulder blades back, 1, 2. 1, 2. Hank, I don't have a band and I can't do a pull-up. What should I do? All right. Have something you can stand on. Bring yourself up to the bar, nice and tight. Lower yourself. Up nice and tight. Lower yourself. Okay? If either of those are things that you need to do to be able to perform your pull-up, that's fine. Put the band on. Do as many as you can. If you have a series of bands and you start off with a nice heavy thick one, find the one that you can do somewhere between 8 to 12 reps with. Retest the next time with a smaller band or with no band, depending on where you're at. If you're doing the eccentric or just the lowering, do 6 weeks of that. Retest, see if you can do a regular pull-up and take it from there. Make those modifications if you can. All right? So those are the big three. One other thing to remember is on one of the days, there's a 5 count. That simply means you're going to go through that motion slower. On the push-ups, that means you lower 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, end up. On the one-legged squats, you sit down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, end up. On the pull-ups, you lower as best you can, 5 on all of these, end up. The other thing to remember is you may not get all of the pull-ups the way that, or push-ups, or the one-legged squats every workout, right? On that Fridays in particular, or the third day in particular, when there's a number of push-ups you're doing, you might not get every rep. That's okay, just put a little mark. As long as you're getting within a couple, should be fine, all right? And if need be, you need to skip a day because you're really tired or tight or traveling, that's fine. The goal is to do the best you can through those 6 weeks, retest, see where you're at, all right? If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. It's much easier to deal with something beforehand or during than waiting days, weeks after the occurrence and dealing with the fallout because you weren't proactive, all right? If you got any questions, shoot me a text, drop me an email.